What if your blood sugar was already too high, and your body was trying to warn you? Most people think high blood sugar is something you only notice after a diagnosis, after tests, after a doctor tells you something is wrong. But the truth is, your body often starts sending signals long before that moment. Quiet signals, subtle changes, things that feel small, easy to ignore. And that's exactly what makes them dangerous. Because they don't feel urgent. They don't stop your day. They don't force you to act. But over time, they can lead to serious problems. Today we're going to talk about 7 signs your blood sugar may be too high. These are signals your body may be sending right now. And one of these signs is something millions of people experience every day, without ever connecting it to blood sugar. Let's begin. The first sign is constant thirst. Not just feeling thirsty occasionally, but a persistent need to drink water, even after you've already had something to drink. Some people describe it as, I drink water, but I still feel thirsty. This happens because when blood sugar levels rise, the body tries to remove excess glucose through urine. As more fluid is lost, the body becomes dehydrated, and that triggers thirst. This is one of the earliest signals, but many people ignore it. They assume they didn't drink enough. It's the weather, or it's normal. The second sign is frequent urination. This often goes together with increased thirst. As the body tries to eliminate excess glucose, the kidneys work harder. More urine is produced, and you may notice going to the bathroom more often, waking up at night, or increased urgency. This is not random. It's the body trying to restore balance. And the third sign is something many people overlook. Unusual fatigue, not just being tired, but feeling drained. But even after rest, even after sleep. When blood sugar is high, glucose is not being used efficiently by the cells. So even though there is energy in the bloodstream, the body cannot access it properly. And as a result, energy drops, focus decreases, daily activities feel harder. People often blame fatigue on stress, but sometimes it's about blood sugar. The fourth sign is blurred vision. Your eyes are very sensitive to changes in blood sugar. When glucose levels rise, it can affect the fluid balance in the eye. This can change how the lens functions, and that leads to difficulty focusing, blurred images, or fluctuating vision. This may come and go, which makes it easy to ignore, but it's a signal. The fifth sign is increased hunger, even after eating. Some people feel hungry shortly after meals, as if the food didn't satisfy them. This happens because glucose is not entering the cells effectively, so the body thinks it needs more energy, and it signals hunger, even when there is already sugar in the blood. The sixth sign is something many people don't expect. Headaches. Recurring headaches can be linked to fluctuations in blood sugar. When glucose levels rise or drop rapidly, it can affect blood flow and brain function. This can lead to pressure, tension, or persistent headaches. Again, headaches can have many causes, but when they appear frequently without a clear reason, it may be worth paying attention. At this point, something important becomes clear. These symptoms don't feel severe. They don't feel urgent, but they are signals. Signals that your body may not be managing glucose properly. Now here's something most people don't realize. High blood sugar doesn't always feel dangerous. It doesn't always cause strong symptoms. In fact, many people feel completely normal. And that's exactly what makes it so risky. Because while everything may seem fine, inside the body, something very different is happening. Let's continue. The seventh and final sign is tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, often described as a burning sensation, pins and needles, or reduced sensitivity. This happens because elevated blood sugar can affect the nerves. Over time, high glucose levels can damage small blood vessels, and these vessels supply the nerves. When nerves don't receive enough oxygen and nutrients, they begin to function differently. At first, the sensation is mild, easy to ignore, but over time, it can become more noticeable. Now, when you look at all of these signs together, a pattern begins to appear. Constant thirst, frequent urination, fatigue, blurred vision, hunger, headaches, tingling. Each one seems small on its own, but together, they tell a story. Here's what's really happening inside the body. When you eat, your body converts food into glucose. This glucose enters your bloodstream, and insulin helps move that glucose into your cells, where it is used for energy. But when blood sugar is too high, this system becomes less effective. Either the body doesn't produce enough insulin, or the cells don't respond properly. This is known as insulin resistance. As a result, glucose stays in the bloodstream instead of being used, and when glucose remains elevated, it begins to affect different systems in the body: the blood vessels, the nerves, the organs. Over time, this can lead to more serious complications. But here's the key point. This process doesn't happen instantly. It develops gradually, and the body often gives signals early, through the symptoms we discussed. Now, here's something important. Symptoms may come and go. They are not always constant. One day you notice them, the next day you feel fine. This creates confusion. People think, if it was serious, it would be constant. But blood sugar levels fluctuate, they rise and fall, and symptoms may appear only when levels are elevated. Now let's talk about risk, because this becomes more important with age. After 40, after 50, the risk of high blood sugar increases. Lifestyle factors also play a role. Diet, activity level, stress, sleep. All of these influence how the body manages glucose. And here's something critical. Many people have elevated blood sugar levels without knowing it because the symptoms are mild or ignored. And that's why awareness matters, because recognizing these signs early can give you time to notice, time to understand, time to take action. Now, let's make this simple. Ask yourself, do I feel thirsty more often? Do I go to the bathroom more frequently? Do I feel tired even after rest? Have I noticed changes in my vision? Do I feel hungry shortly after eating? Do I experience frequent headaches? Do I feel tingling in my hands or feet? If several of these signs are present, it may be time to pay closer attention. Now let's be clear. Not every symptom means something serious, but patterns matter, changes matter. Repeated signals matter. Ignoring them is where the risk begins. Your body is constantly communicating through sensations, through changes, through small signals. The challenge is learning to listen. Because the most dangerous condition is the one you don't know you have. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Small changes can signal something bigger. Your body is always giving you information. The question is, are you paying attention? If you found this video helpful, stay with our channel. We break down important health signals into simple, clear explanations so you can better understand what your body may be trying to tell you. And in the next video, we'll talk about something just as important. The foods that may help lower blood sugar naturally. Make sure to stay with us so you don't miss it.